Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We are back with more Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is going to be a bit of a short, quick live stream because I am starting quite late because I like finished all my work and stuff, like my regular stuff, work stuff, uh, and had dinner and everything. So work finished quite late. So hence we are here. So we're gonna we're gonna just pick up from where we left off from last time. So we can just dive right back into the game.
So we
And yeah, we've been doing a little bit of progression, right? So we did some side questing, some interesting side questing. We helped the nomads camp. We helped some Cuban soldiers who are not so bad. Some really funny side questing. We helped a couple of we took out a few bandits. So we got ourselves to a good start, and now we are trying to um, get to the wedding, right? That's where we kind of like left off, in order to deliver a message to um we need to get to the wedding. So right now I'm trying to play the Miller angle. So we're helping the gravedigger right now to get some
she
saltpeter.
says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
And then Satan himself appeared in the sky. Happens all the time.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here.
Am I sleepy? Did I not sleep? Or I feel like I did not sleep. Tiredness. Ooh, we need to sleep a little bit.
Check how clear that spring really is.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least. Lazy bones.
Is it not going to stop the cart? There we go. Clear the carcass from the farms. Okay, that's weird. Find the source of infection. Clear. Huh. Oh shit. Two dead pigs. So we're supposed to bag both of them?
I'd rather go back to sacks of flour.
Oh man, I should have taken the perk where it allows you to carry stuff easily. Need to catch my breath. And then we go again.
Jesus. This is disgusting.
Okay, what is that perk? Which one was it? Um, strength, right? Hardworking. I think this is the one I should have gotten. If you carry a sack or even a dead or unconscious body, the weight only counts as half. Yeah, exactly. Your carrying capacity is permanently increased by 8 pounds. Oh, we should have just. Should have taken that actually.
Poor things. A waste of good meat.
Who said that?
What now?
What was left? Oh, we need to check the source of infection of the carcass. Source of infection in the reverse. Can I command this guy to search? No.
Free!
Is Mutt able to find the carcass? Go, boy. Lead me. We got another perk point. If you don't overeat, get drunk, or starve for 3 consecutive, your stamina will recover 20% faster. Your energy will slowly replenish while doing alchemy, sharpening, blacksmithing, or playing dice. Washing at a tub or pier or taking a bath at a bath will cure 10 points of your health. Plus, if you go to bed clean, you'll heal 25% faster while you sleep. Your clothes and body will get dirty 20% slower. In addition, by washing. Let's do well dressed.
Those pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream.
Houndmaster. Mud can sniff out enemies and other potential troubles at a much greater distance. This makes it easier to avoid spot ambush during fast travel. Strange dogs won't react to you by barking, just growling. However, if you attack the dog, it'll. Oh, dog's best friend. Interesting. You don't want to create a ruckus. Oh, you can use him. Oh, this is good. Ooh. It's quite a few which I wanted. But let's see. Let's do dog's best friend. That should come in handy.
Ah, here it is. Wolves must have killed them. They didn't even eat them up. I'll go and tell Ignatius.
Can we bring the cart nearby?
It really wasn't a curse. There are rotting carcasses in the water upstream from the watering spot. No wonder the pigs caught some
Oh man, my
disease.
clothes are ruined. Look at the
Well,
blood
what
splat
do you know? I was
on my
right.
shoulder.
I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all.
All done?
What's next? Are we going?
I took care of the car.
Nice work,
Yeah, you'd eat that. They've been lying there, God.
but nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's keep going.
Oh my god, did he eat a bite from the
Lads,
dead pigs?
Seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today. So far, it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Oh, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there.
What?
See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Oh shit.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones.
Increases horsemanship and houndmaster for. Okay, we have poisoned here meat.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Of the green. Wait, am I supposed to be stealthy about this? The neighbors paid for this. We're supposed to. But actually, make one ignorance wants me to secretly. Holy shit. Do I have to do this? Okay, so we had to go kill the dog. Green
God bless you.
No. Where's the dog? Is this it?
Sakra. The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to? Barking. He's coming from over there.
Who is that? Is that the dog? Who is it? Is that Bonnie?
What are you doing here, Henry?
What are you? Who?
What are you?
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The gravedigger wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus! And are you going to do it?
But what else can I do? You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the houses in the county.
Shit. It's all gone sour.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the saltpeter pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor creature.
What do
I'd
we
like
do?
to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
Then take the dog.
You surely know how to pick 'em. Your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food. He abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a...
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I... I'll take him to the lair.
Hurry off now.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
Oh my goodness, thank goodness I didn't have to kill him. Oh, Mutt. We dodged a bullet there.
You silly mutt.
Okay, so what do we tell Ignatius? I mean, he must be expecting a body, right? How do I tell him the dogs? I guess I could just tell him the dog's not there, right? Like, what else could I tell him?
Greetings. Oh, you pooch.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? What do you mean?
The dog is dead. So,
Dead, eh? And what are you so nervous about?
well, I did it exactly how you told me.
Oh, aye.
I dipped the meat in poison. He ate.
So, it all went how it should. I use a real strong... He's done for, the beast. Finally. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy. Slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my piss?
Of course not true. It used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more niter you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. The miller will probably send...
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpeter.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful, take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm...
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be... I'll live at the cemetery, build...
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see. You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Oh, yuck.
Look at me. I'm a Lord's messenger to a taster of cadaver.
That was disgusting as hell. Naka gloves. I need to wash myself, man. Alright, so we can go all the way back here, right? There's a bleeding man lying on the road. Looks like he'll meet his make if you don't help him fast.
What?
Wait, what? Oh, there he is.
What happened to you?
I fell out of that. I thought like gold, but instead of finding treasure.
I'm no physician.
But I won't get. You have anything to dress it?
Hold on. Here. You're lucky I can. Here, let me dress it for.
Thank you. You're the first good thing to happen to me in a long while. You know, I was born under an unlucky...
Stop feeling so sorry for yourself.
But I'm cursed with it, even as a boy. And once I spent the whole summer laid up with some weird sickness. My parents spent everything...
See? That's not...
Well, it seemed that way. But when he went to get the cure, he was struck dead by lightning on the way. We couldn't afford another healer, so I was sick for 6 months.
Hello? Okay.
But you survived. I call that pretty lucky.
You think? Then hear me out. I always wanted to buy myself a horse. I saved every groschen I earned. But it was never going to be enough. So I confided in my neighbor, and he said if I gave him all my coin, he'd win me twice as much down the tavern. He told me he could cheat the local drunks because he had weighted dice.
And you gave him the money?
That I did. And I never saw it or him again.
That's not bad luck. People are bastards.
I'm not even fit. Since I couldn't buy a horse, I gave a groschen to a horse trader to let me. But as we trotted through the woods, the nag's leg snaps. It took me 3 years to pay off that. So I first lost money to a swindler, and then I had to buy a...
You're quite the character.
Very funny. And thanks, friend.
Oh, that was a bit weird. Let's just be on our way.
God bless you.
Good day.
Good doggy. Good boy. God bless. I found the place where we can harvest saltpeter. You just head out of Troskovitz towards Apollonia, carry on alongside the road, then head off it at the right spot. Only it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me...
And is it the real stuff?
Yeah. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh, come on. You whine more than Zinnik. It's... How if I send 2 wagons? It'll...
What should I do?
That means I could mix a barrel and a half.
I don't get this guy,
Quasar,
man.
focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? It's right here.
Thanks. How's it going with the golem?
Well, the whole thing is really appealing to a scholar of my field of interest and important for humanity. But certain circumstances have emerged which, unfortunately, move its creation somewhere further into the future.
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be any golem?
Oh my goodness,
Not
this guy.
for now.
What about all the niter?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much to take on.
So, the search for salt...
Not at all. The saltpeter, the origin.
God.
As alchemical scholars, we actually have to penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from. Only then will we understand the
I can't help but
nature of
imagine
the
that this is
Hey?
this entire thing
I'll
is a
explain
scam.
it to you.
What's the next task then?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers, carried by the wind, all the way here to me in the mill. Do you hear it too?
Can you get to the point? What's this about?
Scribe Erezim received a trunk from Prague, and in that trunk was...
The document of Hermes Trismegistos?
No, a book. And from an author more venerable than... It's thin, with a sand-colored cover, embossed. Ordinary at first glance. You might say it's kind of an...
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed, but why try to force your way in when there's a person?
What person?
Hold on. We've got the Samine wedding. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness there. What about you?
Certainly. It's why I decided to... I hope your promise still...
Of course it does. What do you... Start getting ready. You've almost... But it still could be a lot better. Say a prayer to St. Paul. Maybe he'll send you a few nights.
So you'll really get me into that wedding?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by ourselves. Or, to be more exact, the 2 of us, me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant. Call it what you will.
It'll be some feat.
Correct. A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as the morning star, refined as pure gold. All will be stunned by her beauty. And she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the gate to Trotsky. All it'll take is a little push. And... clunk!
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself has a weakness for
Ulrich?
women. Of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most charming. Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member. We will watch as soon he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. And when the Chamberlain becomes, naturally, he'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her on. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to leave him alone.
It sounds suspiciously easy.
I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything more complicated. First, we have to find our girl.
Ah,
Who else? Look, she doesn't have to be a lady per se. We just need a we'll get her a nice dress, some perfume.
could Bonnie do it?
She could. The only hitch is everyone and his dog knows her face. Nobody with any sense would let her into the...
Where should I look?
You can find lots of capable girls at the Gelioff baths, including some who aren't. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but you'll be giving...
Well, the last time I dealt with her getting your disguise washed, she was quite delightful.
You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2...
All right.
You're a talented, likable youngster, like Knight Roll. And don't forget, so, stop off at Troskowitz as well, and get her a nice Mintha would...
Where can I find the dress?
Where do you think? The butcher's? Bartoszek.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love. Ulrich won't. The dress is...
Where can I...
Emmerich the apothecary. Or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own Mintha.
I'll be going then.
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, we'll meet there. I'll let our... Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to Lord...
Find a companion as Gelioff bathhouse. So wait, at this point, will that mean I will be locked out of the blacksmith's? Will I be locked out of the blacksmith's? Because I wanted to do the blacksmith's quests as well. Because I feel like it'll help me increase my smithing levels, right? Could I finally sell my stuff to this guy?
I'll have a look at the... Let's talk about the...
Sure.
Do we have a deal?
Less.
I could go for that. Excuse me.
Can I read into the books now? Okay, I'm falling asleep. I need to quickly sleep. Let's see, what did we do? Scholarship. You'll improve horsemanship skills faster because experience is high. Your craftsmanship thievery skills isn't high. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on this. I'm gonna go visit the. I'm just gonna go visit the. I was thinking like, you come to a camp with too many fighting. It's not fighting. Just I'm just gonna go visit the blacksmith and see what work does he have to offer me.
Go! Ka!
That's Trotsky, right? That's the castle.
Go!
Alright, where are we? Tacho.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh
Hey,
shit, that's the thing I need to
This is your
steal.
famous maypole.
God bless you.
So that's the grocer. This is a lodge. That's a lodge.
You have a beautiful maypole.
Aye. We're doing pretty well. And our fellows guard that maple.
But if they're guarding it, who's doing...
That's why they take turns. Our El Sheik was guarding it not long ago. But now the neighbor's lad, at least he doesn't have the time to fool around at night.
Do you know Henry?
He started going out with our monka a while ago, but we put a stop. In short, he's not exactly...
Why?
I don't want him whisking Manka away, so we never see... His parents came here shortly after that terrible... They had 3 sons, Hanyik being...
I haven't.
Well, you couldn't have met them, even if you wanted. Both of them left. They say the younger one had a sweetheart in Troskowitz and took her with him. I'm telling you, one of these days, he's going to pack up and disappear. He doesn't like folks talking about it. But wondering's in him. He's even got into fights over it. You should try that.
Is Al Sheik your son?
Aye, he's our boy. But he's giving Prochek a headache because... Ask him about it if... Why is this all stick?
What's new around? You should pay a visit to Old Mouth sometime. He could tell you all sorts of interest. I have some here to sell, if you want. And that's all, lads.
Sounds interesting. That shepherd, Al Sheik.
Aye, that's my boy. He's going to be really important one day. But now it's his turn to look after the livestock.
That's a beautiful maypole you have there. You don't see that every day. I reckon all the other villagers...
They sure. Them Jelliavites try to steal it. But why are you so interested?
Oh, I'm from a small town myself.
Tell me about it. A real... Sorry. And if someone had bad intentions, and that's the one thing he's good... We should do something to What? Tie some branches to his horns and make him look like a demon?
Praise the Lord. Good doggy. Good boy.
I heard you could use a helping hand.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords.
For the nobility, eh? Well, as it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if you're far...
Sure thing.
Great. Find some iron. You can't make us... But if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
Hunting sword. We need 2 steel, 1 scrap and 5. Okay, fine.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Pardon. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above it. Give it a pull. It works the bellows. You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has 2 sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Forging.
Hurry up now. It's cooling and you're not doing anything.
Keep
Move
forging.
it. You're standing there like a fence post. You call this working?
The closer you are to completion.
Henry, when you've got a workpiece heated up, you can't just stand there and gape at it. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. That's the ring you want. The sparks are flying nicely. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. Well struck. That's some nice whistling. It's easier. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking them. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last. Got that? Or is there something else?
Thanks.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And of course, you can use the forge. Any questions?
Where can I get...
You can buy some essentials, but if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, this is just a village, you know.
What can I do?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here.
What now?
What do you think? You're pretty good at swords, right? Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. You can get down to it.
Just like that?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as... Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you...
What does he want me to do?
What a nice... It'd be a shame.
What?
Nothing.
I'll say.
No.
Because it's the only one. Nobody gets to, even if they... How can I help you to... It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venza and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semin. And
Do you want me to find...
just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up. And especially the cart.
Have you any idea?
There's only one road to Semin, but I've got a...
Those two hands of yours,
Can't tell you much. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for...
were they suspicious?
No, they were
What was the car...
bugger and bollocks. Or there was some... and some kitchen. There's a good
All right,
Go ahead.
gladly. I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good. This is useless. I should move it.
Christ almighty.
I've been banging this spot for a long time. It's almost finished. I have to move it. And that's that.
If you sharpen a weapon and grinds.
What can I do for you?
Where did he say I was sleeping again?
Good day to you.
People call you the Mouth, right?
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyek. Got the bughead?
I'm sorry.
Pleased to meet you. But you were right about this. I could tell you, or would you prefer? But it's a lot of hard work.
I know quite a few. How about a trade?
All right then. And that story always.
I know a romantic tale about a knight, his lady love. He had to bring her the sweet.
And then?
The lady of his heart showed.
Oh, a raunchy. If I were you, I'd make. And now I'll tell you a tale. And so, what kind of story?
I like stories that can teach me something.
Haven't you heard enough of those in? But it's not a problem. So, once upon a time, one day, at the height of summer, they were working in the. But as he was in haste, he pulled out an axe.
Good God.
Maybe you would. He searched.
I reckon that was the.
Well, quite. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his
Are
hands.
we talking about the same
he said,
Matthias?
You're a righteous man. Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba. Kuba, however, is not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him, so he tried and raved, but the water so. Aye. He went to the water goblin, but the path back from the pond, he stopped, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't his, so he started with the last there. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since, and when you walk by the pier...
That was a very nice
Story? What?
Why hasn't anyone gone look?
Because it brings misfortune. Look for yourself if Rock Tower Pond isn't far. Believe me. Farewell.
That's what I pull a lucky hand.
I wanted to ask,
What about him? Did he do something to you?
Aye, I'm not. I'm afraid he'll mess with her head.
Where did they go?
What do I know? I wouldn't mind if someone went and beat the thoughts of Manka out of his head.
You're not the first to mention.
I reckon Voika told you about it already.
Story from the Axis Hill.
What's new around?
Nothing new. It's quiet here.
Not worth mentioning.
This billion accessible while we're at it.
doggy?
This will be done in no time.
God bless.
What's that? Hmm? God bless.
How's it going?
It's How come? Because I have to guard this, and then there's...
What did you want to... Sometimes it's better to share.
I mean, it's about Manka.
Oh,
Exactly. Me and Manka, they forbid. Now they're keeping close.
yeah, that's...
Can I spend the...
Just the one night. All I need is...
for a few grosh?
Let's agree. How's this?
That's more like it. Agreed. There's plenty of room on the hay, but don't...
I apologize. What are you here for?
Where should I like...
You can sleep upstairs in the barn.
Upstairs in the barn. Is this what they mean by upstairs in the barn? Is it here? Oh, it's here.
Come here. Here you go. Take it. Sit. Stay.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.
Okay, I need to act fast. now we ride like the wind.
Quick!
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you got what was coming, horse son!
Holy shit. That was a close one. I'd have been shredded to
It was nothing.
nothing. No. Here, take it. And thank you again.
Careful.
Say, I have this fancy maypole from
My God! They're going to sit and you're a champ, Henry. I promised you something, didn't I?
I wouldn't expect. Thanks. Happy to help.
What do you say we pull one more trick? I'd make it work, you.
All right.
Right. Now listen, let's really ruin their...
I'm all ears.
Them Takovoits grazed their feet near the pasture that you're going...
Right.
That they won't. Project's beloved fun is in charge of the thief now.
This doesn't sound like such a...
Well, it does to me. The Tacovite will be doing the... I'll even give you an ex...
Say, Albron.
You'll figure it out. Actually, wait.
What will I see?
It's what I give to my cattle for bellyache. Project Lad is going to... And while he's gone...
All right.
Great. Don't go killing.
Listen, Project.
Is that so?
Old Albron wanted me...
That's just like him, the sneak. Like just the other day, they took our maypole. He just won't give up, will he? Anyway, thanks for telling me about that.
Thanks.
Speaking of which, I reckon it would be fair to let me know if you're in. I came up with a nice little pass. God damn it. Those fucking Shellyites.
What's the matter?
Those bastards stole our... Old Albron brags about it. We're...
I think I should just tell him about... I think I should talk to him once I'm done with the... Okay, let's see. What else can we do here? Find the axe from the story. Let's...
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? No, I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Urko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
You started it, man. I'm gonna finish it.
Now you're gonna die.
Stop fighting!
I'm winded.
For you!
Stop beating him. Fucking hell.
Such violence. Anyone reading the Bible these days?
Come on. Oh, you wee bastard.
What the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry of Skeleton.
The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain.
could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yuriko is shit-faced. And your son
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah?
Oh, you reckon we can't?
No.
Take it easy. So, do you know what to do? Or have you...
No, that's all.
My thoughts exactly.
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right.
As you say, sir.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yuriko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yuriko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I know it's...
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yuriko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
The old guy wants to fist fight me as well. It's crazy. But I am half HP.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Everything all right, eh?
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
What weapon will you...
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. You can have my cudgel.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your...
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Too slow.
You can't take me!
We'll see about that.
You're a dead man! You know that?
a lot of blood. This should stop it.
Henry, come here. Henry, come here. What do you say, son? God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself. But I can see. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, but take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of...
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you.
Isn't it?
Sir, my...
True enough.
Thank you.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Samir.
I wouldn't want that.
It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping a dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
March!
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he...
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella, if the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and I'm really not in the mood today for...
I understand. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house.
And Henry, not a...
As you wish, sir.
Ave Maria.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings. Master Bailiff, can I ask you?
Ask away. Wait now. Aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the...
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hand.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah. I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that.
You saw them?
I did. A few days back. They raced through the...
Where were they headed?
Towards the east. To Apollonia on the road to Yichin.
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were... And I can do without that kind of trouble now.
Do you know anything about... Why is that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them. That pair have...
That'll be all.
Well then, young man.
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east.
So to Yichin. The bastards.
Oh, they were driving so fast.
The thieving scum.
Sir, I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the...
Oh, it'll take too long.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yichin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing...
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside
Is this
the door.
your first time riding a horse?
Golly, that was
You
15
moron.
summers ago. God knows if the place is...
Or something could have happened. There might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then.
Why aren't these guys galloping inside?
So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it?
Greetings to you.
The Lord be with you.
Did you see a cart?
All the time, friend, from Troskovich to Yitchin and back.
So I'm looking for a cart loaded with...
Now that you mention it, when you go out of the cemetery onto the road, you should see it, right? Farewell, my friend.
Free! A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
Found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
I'm gonna stop after this mission.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar.
Well, that's just it.
I look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch.
Very well, sir.
Blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Excuse me? Well, now, here we have...
Here you go. Take it.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it up to the truck.
Oh, yeah. You silly doggy.
We'll carry on, but on foot. A leg there, and keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you, they got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every...
Listen. There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
Have you forgotten I was ordained ignoramus?
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slattigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, then we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for?
Sure, sir.
I can do without girls with voices.
He's got a miserable pair of bits on him.
Those definitely aren't the blacksmith's hands.
You really saw that? I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having...
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here! Here you go. Take it.
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
You silly
Of
nuts.
course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen. Fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows and the whirring of the spinning wheel. Oh,
Shh! It's true about that.
listen. Yeah, I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
Stumble was a priest. He showed me only pictures of it and taught me a lot. I stumble was a priest. Pigs can fly. Poor old mate. He's got a miserable parasite on him.
We do.
I go.
That's not well, right. Sure, I could.
True. He ain't yanking your piggy. I saw it with my own two eyes. She had one, different than the other. All right. That ain't normal. Everyone
Those
must be
definitely
laughing
aren't
at
the
the way.
blacksmith's hands.
Why? Some people might like it. What the fuck do you imagine they do? Light up in the dark? Leave him be, Hunter. You're right. They roll around.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them.
It looked more. Seems we can't avoid a.
Sure am, sir.
I wouldn't worry about Henry, sir. So, how are we gonna do it?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a
Good idea, Henry. And I climb up top.
Right you are, Captain.
Start again. I'll try. Don't do it for abuse. Not as if you're supposedly. For fuck's sake, you was never ordained hunter. I was. Stumble did it. In the forest chapel by Vodirat. Like fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water.
Get ready. Nice try.
With you in a flash.
Him! Help me with him! Amen to you. What's the hold up, damn it? What's the hold up, damn it? What's the hold up, damn it?
This day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never... But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run in...
Yeah, well, you were right, as always.
Shouldn't we send for...
Who would we send for?
Don't worry, lad. This...
I am.
I thought we had everything clear, Spencer. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit.
Oh shit, they're part of it.
You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't have saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours. Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Now you're going to get
Another men!
Light them up! Show what you're made of!
Finish this quick!
Hey, get him!
Show what you're made of.
Damn! I'm bleeding! You!
Show your stuff.
Is that the best you can do?
Nice strike! Fuck you!
Christ!
I'm slice him up! You lay him on nicely.
There's more of us.
They got what they deserved, the fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
We'll decide what to do with you later.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks.
Did you see which...
No! I had...
I'll go and...
Great.
I'm killed from a noble family. Rich or poor, you can't just lynch me. The law? I can't see any law here.
Look for the white tinge. Oh my goodness, this is like so fucking annoying. Like, I have no clue where these guys went. Like, I'm trying to like figure out, but
I've got you now, Venser.
Well, why the fuck would I? Besides, if I do yield...
One-on-one, yeah. Even if the noose is weight.
Fuck! All right,
I might.
promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now, come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need... you did a good job. And so you don't say I had you clamoring over these rocks for nothing.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. And now, we'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with these hands.
Hey, Exprom VZ. Thank you for the follow.
What's gonna happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? We'll see. The one that ran for it, the other fella was tied up, so who knows what went down. Gnarly'll have a word.
Sir, Venser surrendered because I promised to put in a...
Well, it's nice that you promised him.
All right. A ride would be great.
Wait until you...
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gules.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it.
Is he
But on the
sieging or
way,
something?
You had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
A thief robbing a thief? What a world.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Zamin, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realize you can't just...
But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as
What is
I'm
wrong with
concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off. Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
What do you think? If they'll execute a nobleman, they won't think twice about a hired hand or two.
You never know, Henry. Lord Sabine is merciful. Maybe this whimpering will soften his heart.
Oh, I'm not whimpering. I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
Bollocks! You're full of shit. Don't believe a word he says, Captain.
Sabine might be merciful, but whether he'll be in the mood for this, I can't say.
I'm innocent.
I apologize.
Careful.
You silly doggy.
And what can I get for you?
Guten Tag, Mann. Grüß Gott.
I'll have a look at... Word about the...
Gut. Sehr gut. I can agree to... Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Was wünschst du?
I heard you. I'm looking for mint.
Don't you know about this? I mean, once innkeeper Betty got an invitation, you'll have to prove up.
I'll have a look at the... Let's talk about the... How's this?
That's more like
And it looked like...
pleasure doing business. Take care. You're not allowed here. That's it. Go. Come on now. You've no business.
Where's the recipe? Was möchtest du?
Show me your way. Word about the...
Good.
What would you say?
You really want... Das war ein gutes Geschäft.
handfuls of dandelion, a handful of marigold, and a handful of mint. Grind the dandelion. Grind the dandelion and mint. Add it to the cauldron. Boil the totems. Add the marigold to the cauldron. Boil for 1 turn. Boil for 1 turn using the bellows. Finally distill. So 3 dandelion. So first we grind 3 dandelion and 1 mint. Grind the dandelion and mint. Boil for 2 turns. Add the marigold. Boil for 1 turn using the bellows and then distill.
Next time I should use fresh herbs.
That girl is just glowing. Greetings.
What's the latest?
Nothing much, and I hope.
What do you have for...
I think it's easier if we just buy it.
I've got you now, Vince.
Well, why? Besides,
Who knows what they'll do?
for robbing Semi.
Hey, I saw you cozying up with Gules,
What?
but he didn't.
What's that got to do with...
Well, I'd say you have a way with the... You'll tell Lord Semine it was a youthful folly. Eat crow.
Convince his lordship?
Well, either you give it a...
Although, for sure, all right. You'll tell them that I gave him up, right?
You got it. But I'll try and think up something better than...
All right.
I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent.
What about...
He caught her. And so...
Thank you.
Don't thank me. You will go. You order...
What's gonna...
You mean the other finale?
Sir...
Well, it's nice that you promised.
All right. A ride would be...
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
Thief robbing a thief. What a world.
I'm still a nobleman, if you don't mind. So I'm not a thief. I'm a robber baron.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realize you can't just execute me.
Ah, it depends. By right, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
If Lord Semine's in a good mood, he'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Frenzy.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Ha! Every man she could, I dragged to the gap. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as a driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't
Sound
it
like it's
grand
going nowhere.
to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
Alrighty, this is my stop. Thank you, boys, for the ride.
God bless.
God be with you.
I heard you...
Only the fire. And now that... Do you like it?
I do.
Haha. I take damn good. Besides, what good...
You'd be surprised how perfume can help make a man seem more trustworthy. But I'll probably have to give this one to someone else who's also going to the wedding.
Well, I don't think it'll smell as good on her or him. Moreover, anyone can get mint up. I prize those...
Come now, Betty. A good woman should be all blood and milk. Or in this case, sweat and beer, right? What do you need perfume for? It's unnecessary.
Did that
You
work?
think the regulars would appreciate it more here if it smelt of unwashed feet? And what about the wedding guests, eh?
Hey, it gives you a unique scent, like nobody else. And that's what you want, right?
Well, I don't want to stink. You and your company can go to the wedding.
Holy shit. She's selling it for $4.99. Damn.
I don't know how else to convince you. And I don't want to pay that much.
You don't now, but when you realize...
Oh, we gotta steal it from her. Question is...
Here it comes. Aye, coming right
right up.
What do I do exactly?
What's the hold up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
They're far away from other people, so I guess we can. There we go. Easy. Hey, X-Proms, what's up? Silent, rapid fire, filter, success, no. If you fail to successfully return through the doorway box during a thieving minigame, you won't steal anything, but your victim won't notice you. It's kind of like a last chance. Find a dress. It has to be a red dress, right? See.
God bless you. What can I do?
I'll have a look at the...
Here we go. Is that red? It's gotta be red, right? I think this is the one. It's quite expensive.
I'd like to discuss the...
Sure.
What would you say to the...
Look, offer...
It's not bargaining.
I hope you'll be satisfied. Take care.
Okay, we found the dress as well. We need to find a companion. Hey, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm just gonna call it a day for the night. I need to get up for work early tomorrow, so... so with that, I'm done with the blacksmith. I'm done with the miller. Almost done with the blacksmith. And then... I can... So once I'm done with either one, I can choose either path to go for the wedding. Which one is the question? Okay, let's complete this quest first.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
But I get the feeling that that's not the last we've seen
I
of
should
Gules.
have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to.
I like the way you're streaming.
So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semine took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy.
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter.
Well, young Semine is marrying her.
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a chop. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent.
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first class?
That's right.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, and you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hand...
Relax, lad. There's this old hermit called Ambrose.
And he can pray for...
God's nails, let me finish. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway... And folks say they saw this interesting from the description. It seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You...
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit, people from far and wide used to go to him for remedy. I even heard he made a...
What strange goings on?
I heard something in the tavern about some...
Right. But in return, you'll get me...
If it means so much to you, come and see Betty from the... She'll definitely tell you more about the Hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the best sword in the world... Where are those pliers?
Me, I've been streaming for maybe a year and a half now, with my primary focus being on YouTube rather than Twitch. Twitch is just a bonus thing for now. Okay. Alright, I'm falling asleep. I need to get up early for work tomorrow, so I am gonna call it a day. So we still need to wrap up the blacksmith's questing path or the miller's questing path in order to secure an invite for the wedding. Couple of side quests to take care of. This is a stupid one, but yeah, it's fine. Hermit. This is part of the main quest actually, these two. This is more like a treasure hunting one. I guess we're doing okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you everyone for joining us. I will see you guys in the next live stream or video. Till next time then, bye bye.